Thanks for tuning in to week 4 virtual Salutations, brought to you by Lotus Yoga Academy and the Innovation Quarter. Today we are going to talk about change. Change is absolutely in the air, and as I've mentioned in weeks prior, in classes prior, we as humans and as people are able to adapt. We're able to take our current circumstance to shift it into something, or shift our own actions into something where we're in creation. Right now, you may find yourself kind of riding this wave of change, and your practice, setting aside time to connect with yourself, both mind, body, breath, and spirit, it can help you navigate this wave, navigate this change, so that you end up on the other side stronger, more able, and courageous. Let's go ahead and start our practice in a comfortable seated posture. Today, if you want to keep a pillow close by, or if you happen to have a yoga bolster at home, feel free to grab any extra props that you need. I like to use these towards the end of practice. When you get into a comfortable seated posture, let your eyes close. For these first few minutes in our practice, there's nothing to see. Take a long breath in through your nose, then sigh out. Close your mouth. Begin your breath in and out of your nose. Let your breath have weight. Let your breath have density. If you could assign your breath one color, what color is it that you begin to see infiltrate from the nose to your throat? See this color spill behind your heart, trickle down each shoulder, each arm, to all of your fingers. With each round of your breath, see this color fill more and more corners of your body. At any time, you can adjust your hands, either letting them just rest in your lap or ground onto your knees, especially if you need more focus, more attention on self. Today, if you find yourself in a really energetic, outward expression of being, I invite you to turn your palms outwards. It's a gesture for sending and receiving. You are receiving my intention, receiving my love, receiving my courage. And what is it that you wish to send out if you have an abundance upon you? While you may be practicing by yourself, you are not in this practice alone. There's an entire network, an entire community banding together, shifting this change into joy. Begin to hear your breath. At any time it may get quiet or even stop for a moment. And let that be your signal to begin again, to restart, fresh and new. Change is in the air. Just as the world around us changes and evolves, so do the circumstances and situations in our lives. We live in a universe that is alive. It's vibrant. It's constantly evolving. Change is the way that nature, the universe, and the divine move us through each period of our lives and move us into our destiny. We are led to our next lesson, our next adventure. So there's really no need to deny change or to fear and fight against it. Change is inevitable. Just as the earth is in constant motion and transformation, so are we. Take your place in this universal dance, the universal rhythm. Allow change to happen. Work with it as your life unfolds. Sometimes change comes in one smashing moment, like a volcanic eruption. That's where we find ourselves right now. Feel that volcanic eruption. Other times, change happens more slowly, like the way the winds and the rain sculpt bridges out of canyons. Throughout all of this change, learn to trust your body. Its signs, signals, warnings, excited proclamations. We let the gathering clouds warn us of an impending storm, and we learn to study and predict tremors in the earth. In much the same way, our body can function as a barometer for our soul and its place in the constant change and evolving universe. Take a long breath in, long breath out. You are open now. You are more sensitive than you've been before. Change is coming, change is here. You can feel it in the air, and you can feel it in yourself. Bring a hand to your low belly. Bring your other hand to your heart. Breathe. Thank your body for helping you in this change. On your next inhale, reach both of your hands all the way up to the sky. Get long in your sides, long through your fingers. And then gently forward fold, walking your hands just in front of you. You may keep your arms straight or bend your elbows, resting elbows to mat. I invite you to keep your eyes closed for as long as you can in this practice. Stepping away from any distraction. You may have distractions in your home. You may have distractions from your neighbors, from your family, or even distractions from yourself. I find that when I close my eyes and I drop all of my awareness to how my body feels, I'm able to step into the present. Take a long breath in, long breath out. Slowly roll all the way back up, letting your head come up last. Lift your arms once again towards the ceiling, big stretch. This time, press your palms together, bring them down to your heart. Set an intention for your practice. Whether this is your first practice or you've been here a few times before, know that anything that lies just ahead, it is exactly what you need for this moment. Nothing more, nothing less. Just be. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Come onto your hands and your knees, tabletop. Take 5 circles clockwise, shifting your weight from the right hand and over to your left hand, shifting your weight gently forwards and back without missing all of the corners. Spread through your fingers, ground down underneath each finger pad. Then switch directions. Take your circles counterclockwise, opposite direction as before. Keep a little fluidity in your elbows. So instead of locking out the joints, soften and engage all of the muscles surrounding your joints. Down through the forearms, up through your biceps and triceps. Bring your spine neutral, ground down through the left palm. Inhale, twist open to the right side. Full inhale, lean back with your shoulders. And exhale, circle your right hand forwards, lift your left foot back. Get as long as you can from toe tips to fingertips. See how many muscles you can turn on between those 2 points. Becoming more and more aware of your own body, your own house. Bend your left knee, reach back, bind your hand to your foot. Begin to lift your foot towards the ceiling so it opens up your chest. Does not matter how high you're able to lift today, give it your max effort. Feel a little wobble down on the left palm. Use that wobble to ignite your core. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Reach your right hand forwards. Ground your right hand down. Keep the left leg lifted. Bend your knee, and then draw your knee over towards the left side like a fire hydrant. Take 5 small pulses with your left leg. Not too fast. Just getting some more muscle action working into the hips, more blood flow into the hips. One more pulse. Re-extend your left foot back. Ground your toes all the way down into the mat. And then step your toes over to the right side. Walk your hands forwards to the very front edge of your mat and then press your chest down. Inhale, lift your chest. Walk your hands under the shoulders and return to your tabletop. Twist open through the left palm. Big inhale. Stay for the exhale. Pull back through your shoulder blades. Sweep your left hand forwards. Right foot sends back. Create a lot of balance here by turning on from fingertips to toe tips. Inhale. Bend your right knee, reach back and bind. Opposite hand to your foot. Then lift your foot as high as you can. If you lose your balance, no worries. Begin again. One more inhale, push a lot of resistance into your right palm. And slowly release the bind. Ground your left hand down. Open your right knee over to the right side And then pulse your right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten your right leg. Drop your right toes. Then crisscross your legs. Bring your right toes over to the left corner. Walk your hands towards the front edge and breathe. Slowly release. Hands right under the shoulders. Return to your tabletop pose. Inhale, cow pose. Pull your heart forwards. Exhale, cat pose. Round at your back. Bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck your toes, hover your knees. Hold here. Notice if you're pushing a lot of weight back into your feet, encourage your shoulders forwards right over your hands and your knees just an inch off of the mat. Stay low. Pick up your right foot, tap your right knee to your right wrist, and then slide your knee up to your elbow. Step your right toes back. Hover your left toes. Left knee, left wrist. Slide your knee up and then return to your floating tabletop. Breathe in. Downward facing dog, press back. Take a moment to pedal out your downward dog. Give your feet, ankles, hips a moment to adjust in this shape. If you look up at your hands, make sure your fingers are turning towards the corners of your mat, and then wrap your elbows in, press your chest back. Inhale your right leg high, 3-leg dog. Bend your knee and slowly peel your hip open. Re-extend your right leg square off your hips. Downward facing dog, release. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, open up your hip. Re-extend, square your hips. Downward facing dog, release. Let's create a little bit of motion in the spine, like an ocean wave. On your inhale, lift up to your tiptoes, tuck your chin to your chest. Slowly unroll all the way into your plank. Gaze comes forwards last. Bend your knees, lift your hips like you're in cow pose, and then slowly press back, letting your knees just barely graze the mat. Again, roll up to your tiptoes, chin to chest. Inhale forwards. Bend your knees, lift your tailbone, roll back. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, round back. Exhale, arched spine. 1 more time. Inhale forwards. Exhale, roll back. Slowly walk your feet up to your hands. Halfway lift at the top, breathe in. Forward fold. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Reach your fingers out over your head as far as you can. Shake your head no. Then nod your head yes. Take 3 more breaths. If you'd like your feet a little bit wider, you can heel toe them as wide as your hips or as wide as your mats. Get heavy in your arms, heavy in your chest. Full inhale. Full exhale. Release your bind. Inhale, halfway lift. Ground your left fingers, twist open to the right side. Bend your left knee, and then press down really strong into your right foot. Inhale. Switch. Ground your right fingers, straighten the left leg, open up to the left side. One more breath. Forward folds, roll all the way up to stand. Sweep your palms, lift your gaze. Cactus your arms, open up your chest. Imagine you could tap your elbows at your spine behind you. Keep pulling them back so it opens your chest, opens your heart. Be open to change. Open to what is available on the other side of this change. Forward fold, release. Half lift, inhale. Step just your left foot back. Twist open to the right side, inhale. Full exhale. Lighten the weight on your left fingertips. Use your breath in to lift your chest while maintaining your twist. Stay low in your right thigh. Reach your left hand forwards as far as you can, and then lift your left fingers high. Exalted crescent lunge. Inhale. Full exhale. One more breath. Gently release. Bring your arms wide. Once again, look towards your right fingers. We'll slowly spiral open. Warrior two. Roll your shoulders back. Let your feet walk a little bit wider. You want heel to heel alignment. Imagining like one plane. Pull the left shoulder back. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, reverse. One more. Inhale, reach forwards. Get low in your right thigh. Reverse. Straighten your right leg. Bring hands to your heart. Skandasana at the back of your mat. Begin to bend your left knee. Draw your left elbow down to your left thigh. You can keep your front foot, right toes down. I like to lift my toes to the ceiling. Full inhale. Full exhale. Walk forwards. Lizard lunge. Square your hips forwards. Lower your left knee down. Keep your fingers on the inside of your right foot. Open up your chest. On your exhale, straighten your front leg. Draw tailbone towards the back. Pulse. Inhale, lizard lunge. Exhale, half splits. Ardha Hanuman. Like you're leaping to the next change, next challenge. Inhale, roll forwards. Open chest. Exhale, half splits. One more time. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, press back. This one, hold. You can bring your hands just under the shoulders. Feel free to look forwards, stretching heart forwards, or put a little bend in your elbows and fold towards the right leg. Only you live in your body. Only you know what level of intensity you can work with today. Close your eyes. Feel out what's happening in the hamstrings, what's happening in the hips. Breathe in. Full breath out. Shift forwards to your low lizard lunge on the palms. Walk your right foot just a little bit wider, maybe to the long edge of the mat or beyond. You can stay on the palms or gently release to your elbows. Take 3 more breaths. Return to your palms. Malasana Yogi Squat. Step your left foot to the outside of your left palm. Inhale, draw the chest forwards. And if you have the space, drop your hips down, hands to your heart. Breathe. We're going into a balanced pose with a bind, bird of paradise. Feel free to approach this posture in steps. And with each step, you have the option to pause and breathe right there, or continue along to the fullest expression, your fullest ability today. Bring your fingertips down. Slowly fold, letting hips rise and chest fold. Bend into your right knee, twist open to the left side. This is step 1 into our bird of paradise. Feel free to hold here, working a straight left leg. Or work into a bind, wrapping left hand to the hip and your right elbow down to your inner thigh. Give your thigh a little push with your elbow. If that feels okay in your hip, reach your right hand back between your legs and then bend at your elbow so your hands meet just behind the right hip. We're gonna hold right here. If you've worked into your bind, lift up onto your right toes, and then see if you can keep your bind and work your arms towards straight. Think crown of the head to the wall in front of you, tailbone to the wall behind you. Activate your right leg, squeeze your thigh to your arm. If you feel comfortable in this bind, bring your gaze down. Little bend in the left knee so you can plant your weight into your left foot. Squeeze your right leg into your shoulder and slowly begin to rise. Not too fast. I always look down to the front edge of the mat until I am all the way up straight. Once you are straight, begin to lift your gaze just past the tip of the nose. Squeeze your right calf around your right arm. Feel free to keep your right leg bent. If you have healthy, open hamstrings, begin to straighten the right leg. 5 breaths. Remember, you could have stopped at any stage, any step along the way. The yoga practice is a slow, unfolding journey that you carry with you for your whole life. 1 more breath. Bring your gaze down. Replant your right foot. We'll meet in the twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Ground your hands on your shins. Forward folds. Roll all the way up to stand, extended mountain. Forward fold, release. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step just your right foot back. Twist open to the right or to the left side, lifting your left hand high. Press down, really active into your feet so you can lighten your right fingers and lift all the way up to your open twist. Stay low in the left leg. Breathe in. On your exhale, reach the right fingers forwards. Inhale, exalted crescent lunge. Right fingers up towards the sky. Stabilize by pressing your back hand into your back leg. Breathe in. Return to the open twist. Gaze towards your back hand. Slowly spiral open, warrior two. Roll your shoulders back. Press your left knee open. Inhale, reach forwards as far as you can. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, reverse. One more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, reverse. Straighten your left leg. Bring your hands to your heart. Skandasana. Bend your right knee, press down through your left heel. Think of doing a half yogi squat. That posture is coming. But right here, we're in like a half variation of that shape, working a big stretch for the inner thighs. Full inhale. Full exhale. Lizard lunge. Bring both hands down. Slowly walk to the front of your mat. Your hands on the inside of your left foot. Lower down your back knee. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, half splits. Gently draw your tailbone towards the back of your mat. Inhale, low lizard lunge. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman, our leaping half splits. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, press back. 3 more pulses with your breath. Think of this as a flossing out for your hips. Using blood, using breath to get rid of any toxins, any stagnant energy that's living in the pelvis, living in the hip rotation. Replenishing and renewing this flow of energy from your upper body to your lower body. Hold in your half splits. Walk your hands back. You can keep the arms straight or add a little bend, folding in towards your left thigh. Breathe. Walk your hands forwards. Walk your left foot wider. Take a few breaths in your lizard lunge. You can stay on the palms or lower to the elbows. Maintain your rhythmic breath in and out. Return to your palms. Step your right foot forwards. Malasana, yogi squat. Feet are wider than the hands. Elbows to the inside of your knees or thighs. Get long in your spine. Push into your legs. And breathe. Anytime when we're working into bird of paradise, you can return to this shape and still be working that rotation and strength that's needed in your legs and your hips. If you're ready for step 1, ground your palms or your fingers, turn into your forward folds. Inhale, lengthen, open up through the right arm, bend your left knee. If you have a tightness in your IT bands, feel free to hold here for a few extra breaths. When you're ready for the bind, your right hand tucks to your left hip. Your left elbow pushes to the inside of your thigh. Create that foundation and length. Work your full bind, bringing your left fingers or left wrist to your right hand. And if you have that full bind, lift up onto your left toes, extend crown of the head forward, pull your hands back. Engage your left leg. We have to activate the left leg so that it puts a lot of ease in the shoulders, especially if you start lifting. To lift, look down, bend your right knee, and then squeeze into your center. So you're pulling your left leg in order to rise the chest up. Once you are up, roll your shoulders back. You decide if you stay with the knee bent and squeezing on your left arm, or engage your left leg and straighten for 5, 4, open heart, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, slowly, make your way out. Reground your left foot, open up to your twist. Forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Roll all the way up. Extended mountain pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Notice this flush of energy, flush of awareness running through your veins, through your bones. Feel your muscles become alive, vibrating and talking to you. Give thanks to your body. Thanks to your breath. Inhale. Sigh out. Extended mountain, sweep your palms. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant your palms, step into your low plank pose. You can use knees. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Strong foundation in your hands and in your feet. With the strength you feel, pull that strength into your core. Roll your sits bones up. Wrap your arms in. Full inhale. Full exhale. One more breath. Gaze to your thumbs. Make your way to a seat. Walk your feet through. Plant the soles of your feet together. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your chest. Then exhale, forward folds. Use your elbows tracking along the knees to press your knees wider. Think out, versus down. We want to expand and take up more space in our body, more space in our world. You have a right to be here, and you deserve this space. Inhale. Exhale. Roll all the way up. Cross your right foot over your left knee. Scoot your hips back a little bit so your ankles are not right next to your hips. Cross your foot all the way over and then sit up nice and straight. We're coming into double pigeon. So we want to create fire logs with the legs. Ground down through your palms, lift your hips, and then scoot them back an inch or so. Keep your top ankle crossed over your knee. It helps if you put a block or your pillow right underneath your foot so there's not too much pressure in the muscle. Ankle on top of knee, and knee on top of ankle. Instead of pushing your knee down, try to lift your chest forwards, rolling up onto the sits bones. You can maintain here. For a lot of us, this is intense enough in the hips, but if you do have pretty open rotation, walk your hands forwards. This is a pose that takes time. If you feel incredibly uncomfortable in your hips, you're probably in the right place. Our yoga postures, they ask us to get really uncomfortable. And in that discomfort, they ask us to observe. In that observation, what can you learn? You can learn with how you cope, with how you react when things are not in your hands, when things are not in your control. Breathe. You can learn how to rebalance your mental, your emotional, by looking at the physical, not looking with the eyes, but looking with the mind. Take 3 more breaths. Lift your chest. Lean back on your palms, uncross your legs. Windshield wiper your knees, side to side. Set this pose up with your other foot on top. So this time my right shin will be parallel to the short front edge of the mat. You can switch any support that you may have to the other side. And then cross your left foot all the way over. Let ankle rest on top of your knee. Ground down through the palms. Give your hips a small lift. Scoot them back. So instead of crisscrossing and creating a pretzel, you want to create a box shape with your legs. Knees in front of the hips. And then ankles straight out from the knees, 90 degrees. Pull your chest forward, sit up as tall and straight as you can. And if it feels okay, or if it brings up a lot of challenge even, add a gentle forward fold. Let your eyes close. Awareness flush over your body. What can you perceive? What can you shift about the sensations your hips are sending? Take 3 more breaths. Slowly roll up. Unwind your legs. Take another windshield wiper, side to side. If you have a pillow or any support that you have incorporated into your practice, bring it behind you. I'd like us to end in a heart opener. So I'm going to place the pillow long ways, keep my hips on the mat, and then just slowly roll down. Your pillow can support along the length of your spine. Try to grab a really firm pillow or even a few blocks. As you wind down, your choice of what you do with your legs. My favorite is to bring soles of the feet together into a butterfly pose. If you're more comfortable with your legs extended or your knees towards the ceiling, you can take that instead. Bring your arms wide, palms face out. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, soften. Relax into your body. This is your home. This is your container. Your body is present for every single conversation, every single view. Your body takes in everything just as your mind does. Right now, be gentle, be easy. Observe. How does it feel to live here? Detach from any limitation that your mind has created for your body. Your body is limitless. Your body is capable. Your body heals itself. It protects itself without you needing to do anything at all but trust. Trust your body, trust your house. Expand within this house. Breathe. Let go. Slowly reach your arms out over your head. Extend your legs long. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath. Stretch like you've just woken up for the very first time. Open mouth, let it go. Bend your knees. Bring your hands just behind your hips or roll over to your side if you were laying flat on your mat. And then slowly begin to lift up. Return to a comfortable seated position just where we began. Inhale. Exhale. Bring a hand to your belly and a hand to your heart. Thank your body. Celebrate your body. This is the only one you have been given. It's the only one that we each get. Love this house. Love this body. Bring your hands together. Give your palms a rub. Add a little bit of speed to your hands. Generate friction and warmth. Open your palms right in front of your eyes. Hold them close enough that you can feel energy jumping. You can feel warmth radiating. Press your hands to your eyes. Drag your hands down back to your heart, and then open your hands like a book with a few blinks. Open your eyes and see your tools. See your hands. Use them for good. Use them for connection. Spread joy. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. My name is Chloe, and this is Lotus Yoga. We are still closed, but we are still adding new videos every week to our online yoga studio. You can join and practice 24/7, any style that you like, by donating $30 at lotusyogaacademy.com/donate. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.